Well, let's talk about some of the names that have been thrown into the ring for the manager job. Again, it's all speculation at this moment, so no one actually really knows. But I'm going to go through some of the ones that I think I personally don't want, and I can't see them being realistic. So, shall we go through it then? Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's face, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. I am a very hot, sweaty mess, as you can tell. If you hit that notification bell, it'll let you know when videos go live and when live streams happen. The Talking Wednesday podcast is already out. It came out today. Please go give it a listen and a watch, and I much appreciate that. So, there's some names that have been thrown into the hat of Sheffield Wednesday manager, and I just want to go through some of them and be like, maybe not, or kind of thing. And it's really the ones that I really don't think are viable, if that makes sense. Like the one we did yesterday, I don't know how viable that one is. Giuseppe, is it Giuseppe? Giuseppe Lichin. I think that's how you say it. I don't know how viable that is. He said we wouldn't have to Google him. I had to Google him. Like I said, I think that was all in tongue and cheek and stuff. So let's start with the one that's come up today. Benito Carbone. When he was at the club, cracking player, but every time a manager job comes available at Wednesday, he's always talking about how he wants to get his name in the hat. Now, he's keen to be Wednesday manager. He has said before that he would love to have the manager job and do that. Now, Carbone has had jobs in the past. I think he's had a couple of jobs in Serie A, and I think I want to say he's done a national team job. Let me just check here. Azerbaijan as assistant coach. He was Italian football club Termo Chalso, a second tier. Yeah, they're all clubs who have not really been in Serie A. They've either been outside of it. So you're looking at teams in like Serie E or stuff like that. So no, for me, Carbone is a no. Great player when we had him. Really good player. Loved him as a player, but he's not a manager for me. Not a chance for me. He's not a manager for me who you're looking for. And it's just a no. Carbone is just a no straight off the bat for me. So he's the one that got thrown into the name ring today. One that came out of left field, and I wasn't going to talk about too much about it, but I'm going to put it on this one because this is one where I'm talking about ones that might happen or might not happen. Paul Ince came out of nowhere on the bookie favourite. Remember, bookie is whoever puts money on, so don't take that as gospel. But Paul Ince, not had a good time at Reading. Reading did have a points deduction. If they didn't have that points deduction, they would have just stayed up. Just stayed up. His manager career is not great. Blackburn, Reading, did he have Blackpool? Yeah, Blackpool. So Blackburn, Nottingham County, Milton Keynes, Reading, Blackpool, Reading being his last one. But you got to remember, 2014 was the Blackpool job, and then he got the Reading job out of nowhere. So it's one of the ones where I understood why he's been linked with it. He's available. He's done a little bit of work recently, but it just didn't. I didn't like the work he did, if that makes sense. I don't think it was great. It would worry me going in for someone like Paul Ince. Let's put it that way. Especially if you want someone to hit the ground running. I think he really struggled with that. Now, the two names that I'm saying next are potentially, one is one I wouldn't mind, and the other one I wouldn't want at all. But possibly could be in the hat for it. So these two are ones who are kind of in the hat for it. Maybe candidates who could get the job realistically. One of them, Bruno Lage. we all know he was when the assistant coach when Carlos was here. He went and be Swansea. Then he went to be at Benfica B, and he was at Benfica after that. So his record at Benfica B is a 61%. He only had 13 games. At Benfica, his record was pretty decent, actually. 76 games, a 67.11 win percentage. But it's Benfica, one of the top clubs in Portugal. So they're going to be up there. Then he went to Wolves. Got the Wolves job in 2021. Lasted till 2022. Now, the thing is, 2019, 2020, then 2021, 2022. Doesn't last at clubs that long, as only have 3 proper managerial jobs. When he was at Wolves, 37.25% win ratio. Will be interesting. He already technically knows the club, if that makes sense. He already knows the club. He'd been in it. He'd done it with Carlos. He came in as was his assistant. But again, it was the one where I'm not too sure on that one. But again, he's one that I would definitely throw into the ring and possibly take, because it's not a bad shout. Granted, we want someone with a bit of championship experience, but he's had Premier League experience and wasn't great near the end, but was okay for Wolves, if that makes sense. And so we would have to see if he would hit the ground running. Now, this last one is... I've already done a couple of these videos, like Steven Gerrard. I've done the... I've done 3 of the ones who we'd never heard of, I think, going forward. I've done so many videos this week, I'm losing track of how many I've done. So, this one worries me because I can see slightly Chansiri going for it. I can see Chansiri going for Nathan Jones just because of what he did at Luton. I can see him going, he's done really well with hardly any money at Luton, and look where they are. Granted, it was Rob Edwards who finished the job off because he left to go and have a crack at Southampton. One that we all know what happened there. It didn't work very quickly. But he does have a habit of going into jobs, leaving, and then trying again. But can work on a small budget. But the thing here is, people go small budget and all this kind of stuff. Luton have a very good recruitment team. A very good recruitment team, a very good recruitment policy. And that's where they've done really well with when they get players out of other leagues. They are actually very good at it. This is one of those ones where you look at it and go, you know what? I can see that if he got the right recruitment team behind him. And it's one that I can technically see him coming to. It wouldn't be one that I would be overly pleased with if he came in. I support whoever come in. Let's put it that way. I've given people the benefit of the doubt whoever came in. But this one, I'm not 100% sure. So, let's have a look here. So, Nathan Jones has had... And I didn't do tactics for some of the managers on this one. But I will do with this one. Because I cannot remember what his tactics were. Another person who likes a back 3 normally, 1-3-5-2 or 1-5-3-2 formation, particularly used through should be noted that the shade for the team. So, very interesting with what he does in terms of tactics there. He does like to play it 3 at back, but that could change. So, Nathan Jones, managerial career, 2014, Brighton Hove Albion caretaker. Then he had 2-3 years out. Went to Luton, 2016 to 2019. Went to Luton and did very well at Luton. Like, really good at Luton. He got them... He got them to win promotion. So he started to change things. He got on promotion to League One, and then he continued that rise as well, leading club to second place in League One and the highest number of goals they've ever scored. And then he left in January 2019. He left. He went and got the job at Stoke, and he left Luton with the highest Football League point per game of any manager in their history. So he went to Stoke. He then lasted till November 2019, winning just 2 matches in 14 matches on 2019-20 season. Despite his dismissal, Jones later stated he did not regret leaving Luton to manage Stoke. And then in 2020, he returned to Luton. 18 months afterwards, he came back to replace them, replaced Graham Jones, who left on mute calls the following thing. And you're like, right, okay, you've gone back to Luton. You've gone back, and then he signed a new contract, and it would have kept him there till 2027. Christ, that took me ages. He got Championship Manager of the Season at the league awards in 2022. And then he went to Southampton in November 2022. Think he could do it. He was succeeding Ralph Hasselhoughton, and it didn't work out at all. January the 14th, he was sacked. He left the club with just 1 league winning 8. And that's one of those things that worried me. He would have to hit the ground running quickly. His win percentages are as follow. When he was at Luton first time, 51%. Then he went to Stoke, 15%. Then he went to Luton again, 40%. And then he went to Southampton, which was 35.7%. Not a... It's just one that I can see coming to the club, but it's one that I wouldn't want, if that makes sense. It's one that I would not want to bring in personally. So let's see what happened there. Some of the names who have been linked, some I like, some I don't. And yeah, I'll do more in depth on all of them, maybe separate videos themselves. But what do you think of those lists? Not many give me much confidence, to be fair. So yeah, let me know in the comment below. And I'm going to start recording now because it's hot.